Today I'm going to talk to you about the top 4 things that, left unchecked, will sabotage your success and how to overcome them. You know, by their very nature, successful entrepreneurs are wired a little bit differently from most. They often operate outside of the conventional and blaze sometimes radical new success paths for others to follow. They intuitively know to focus their internal energy through affirmative focused thought, visualization, and meditation to engage a deep, subconscious, purposeful commitment to an accomplishment. But entrepreneurs are also particularly susceptible to an insidious assortment of challenges to productivity and accomplishment. The key difference between highly successful entrepreneurs and others is that they don't become subject to these challenges. Instead, they innovate personal behavioral practices that equip them to conquer them. Now today, I'm going to share 4 of these most common success saboteurs and the techniques for each that will help you prevail over them. The first saboteur is multitasking. You know, it's in an entrepreneur's nature to enthusiastically take on a continuously growing collection of projects and tasks. The urge to multitask can be overwhelming at times. For instance, you find yourself clicking from window to window on your computer, writing articles, responding to emails, and browsing the web in sort of frenetic time slices? Or is your office cluttered with 3, 6, 12, or more projects in progress? Are you proud to report to others that you're a good multitasker? Well, the fact is that multitasking is not a badge of honor. It is instead an insidious, silent saboteur to your productivity and success. While it may feel like you're busy and doing a lot of work, I believe at the end of the day you'll find that while there may be a lot of check marks on a task list, the accomplishment is not there. Have you ever gotten to the end of the day feeling exhausted and spent and looked back and felt like even though you did a lot, you didn't accomplish very much? Well, if so, you've been a victim of the multitasking saboteur. Now, I'm going to give you a technique to deal with this in just a minute. The second saboteur is distraction and interruption. Now, whether you're working in a busy corporate office space or at home on the dining room table, you're subject to a wide variety of distractions and interruptions. In the office, coworkers stop by to ask a question or impose their coffee break on your time. When working from home, you can become subject to children coming and going, pets needing attention, package delivery, or just the call of the coffee pot in the next room. The most pervasive distraction and interruption by far is email. Now, before I recognized it, I'd been known to hit my send-receive button 100 times or more in a given day. It was almost like my entrepreneurial mind was subconsciously hoping to be interrupted by another new project opportunity to hit my inbox. I read a productivity study some time ago that said for each interruption you lose between 20 and 40 minutes of productivity. In essence, it takes your mind between 10 and 20 minutes to ramp down for the interruption and another 10 to 20 minutes to ramp back up to productivity on the new focus. So you can imagine that with 3 or 4 interruptions, it can cost you an entire day of productivity and totally rob you of your success edge. Now take a moment to reflect on your typical week. How many instances of distraction or interruption do you see? Multiply that by 20 minutes each and consider what more might have been accomplished had you had that time back. You know, the third saboteur is something called friction. Now, friction for my purposes today is any inefficiency created by anything that is not supporting you. It can show up in a wide variety of ways. A poorly performing computer or communication system creates efficiency friction. Poor or ineffective interpersonal communications within your team or organization creates multiple kinds of friction. An uncomfortable, noisy, or cluttered working environment can create a different kind of friction. These and literally hundreds of other causes of friction rob you of creative energy, curtail your productivity, and inhibit your success. The fourth and final for today is mind chatter. Do you ever try to sit quietly and find it difficult to concentrate on any one thing for more than 15 seconds? Do thoughts, ideas, conversations, and memories race through your mind like a film running at high speeds? You know, some people describe this like standing in a dark room full of people, all of whom are speaking to you at one time, even though you can't see it. Regardless of your experience with this, mind chatter keeps you from focusing your thought energy on the desired outcome and inhibits the realization of success. It's mind chatter that keeps you off balance and in constant interrupt, but also disrupts the flow of subconscious energy so vital to the creation of your success. Okay, so those are the top 4 success saboteurs. Once again, they are multitasking, disruption or interruption, friction, and mind chatter. Now you're probably saying, yes, Steve, I've experienced all of these, so what do I do about it? Well, I'm going to give you 4 simple practices you can use to obliterate these 4 saboteurs. Do these 4 things and you'll be modeling after the most successful entrepreneurs in industry. People like Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, Jack Welch. And your success will no longer be curtailed by these 4 bandits. The first step is called clear focus. You want to be empowered by your calendar. You know, many people try to manage their day with a task list. If you do this, have you ever noticed that 70% of the items on the list never get done? Now, I'll spare you the details of the study today, but for now, suffice it to say that there are deep-rooted subconscious reasons that task lists do not work. So instead, you want to organize your day on a calendar, and most importantly, schedule your day in blocks of time, an absolute minimum of 2 hours in duration for clear and focused attention. What I mean by that is each important activity or task should get a minimum of 2 hours of dedicated, uninterrupted, focused attention. More than 2 hours is even better, but 2 hours is an absolute minimum. If the task or activity you're working on is not important or significant enough to take that large a block of your productive time, then it's probably not an activity that will contribute considerably to success anyway and should be deferred to either someone else or combined with other similar activities and completed in another 2-hour block of time. Here's the real key. Within each block of focused time, you will work on one thing and one thing only. No multitasking, no email or interruptions, no distractions of any kind. Okay? Now, step 2, relax. In between these 2-hour blocks of clear focus, you want to build in a 15 to 30-minute break for complete and total relaxation. That's no text messaging, no returning phone calls, no emailing. Instead, I want you to get up out of your office, go for a walk, close your eyes and meditate, take a nap, listen to some calming music. Do whatever you do to completely and totally relax. This will have a profound impact on your psyche. You'll not only feel better, but you'll draw fresh inspiration and energy into your success efforts. Your productivity will literally skyrocket exponentially. While it's counterintuitive to think that not pressing on to the next project or task immediately will result in an increase in higher quality output, trust me, it will. Now, the third thing that you can do to overcome these 4 saboteurs is to create routines. For everything that is important to do, create a routine. The extent to which you can establish consistent routines, you'll free up enormous amounts of positive mental energy and think time for the creation of your success. Stephen Covey explains that time management is a misnomer. We don't manage time, we manage ourselves. By creating routines, you eliminate or at least reduce the deleterious effects of the mismanagement of yourself. You know, when I hear people complain about not having enough time, I am immediately reminded that their challenge is not about the availability of time. Rather, it's actually about the responsible management of the use of the time they have. It is what you do or do not do with time that challenges the outcome you desire. Keep in mind that you are the highest leverage resource in your business. No one you hire can create as great a return on your investment as you do. By routinely attending to your physical, emotional, and spiritual self, you're equipped for hyper-effective accomplishment and astonishing levels of success. So be empowered by your calendar. You know, the fourth way to combat the top 4 success saboteurs is, believe it or not, rest, renewal, and recovery. You know, it's sometimes challenging for entrepreneurs, especially inexperienced entrepreneurs, to remember why they chose to be an entrepreneur to begin with. For the most part, it's about freedom and contribution. In one dimension, this may refer to the freedom to pursue inspirations, dreams, and aspirations and make a significant contribution to others and perhaps the world. In another, it has to do with the freedom to fully experience and enjoy the primary relationships you have with loved ones. Regardless, entrepreneurs have a clear vision of the success they desire. But left unabated, the energy and enthusiasm drawn out of the entrepreneur in the passionate pursuit of this clear vision can consume your life, and you will literally lose touch with who you are and why you chose to be an entrepreneur to begin with. You must allow yourself the opportunity to rest, renew, and recover. The only way to do this is to completely unplug and remove yourself from the entrepreneurial pursuit completely for an extended period of time. So you're going to want to build into your plan a minimum of 2 consecutive days each week away from your business and away from your business relationships. Invest that time completely in rest and recovery. Renew your connections with loved ones and with who you are. Don't fall victim to the notion that you must keep slaving away day in and day out without a break to succeed. That is not how success occurs. By building in the time to relax and recharge, you will experience success in the truest sense of the word. Well, okay, that's it. There's a lot of information in this article today. By following these 4 simple practices, you will overcome the top 4 success saboteurs and begin to experience astonishing levels of satisfying and rewarding success immediately. I'm excited about the progress you're making and look forward to helping you take the next step to your perfect business success. Folks, I consider it a great privilege to have the opportunity to help you get what you want. I am standing for all that's possible for you in life and business. I appreciate your time today. I look forward to seeing you again in the next article. Take care.